Hello students, welcome to Affairs Cloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes that will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana and many more. Not just this, apart from this we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for 8th of December. The session will be quite interesting, so do pay attention till the end as you will be learning multiple things that will be benefiting in your learning. Let's start. Name the 4 Indian women that were featured on the Forbes 2023 World's 100 Most Influential Women. Right? This was a list that was recently released by Forbes, and this is for the year 2023. The most influential powerful women for the year 2023. A list was released by Forbes. This list was of 100 women, and among them there were 4 Indians. Right? Nirmala Sitharaman, Roshni Nadir Malhotra, Soma Mandal and Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw. Right? These are the 4 individual women that you need to remember that were listed on the Forbes 2023 World's 100 Most Powerful Women. Right? Here you can see these are the 4 individuals we are talking about. We all know Nirmala Sitharaman, she is the Minister of Finance. Then Roshni Nadir Malhotra, she was ranked 60. She is the chairperson of HCL Tech. Then Soma Mandal, she was ranked 70. She was the chairperson of Steel Authority of India Limited. And Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, she was ranked 76. She is the founder and executive chairman of Biocon India Private Limited. Further, here you can see on the top position it was Ursula von der Leyen. Right? She is from Germany and she got the top rank. Second was Christine Lagarde. Third, Kamala Harris, the Vice President of USA. On 32nd position, Nirmala Sitharaman. 60th position, 70 and 76. We saw these are the 4 Indian women that we are talking about. Right? Then apart from this friends, if we talk about further, remember if I ask you, tell me which state has achieved 100% ODF plus coverage. ODF plus coverage. Right? This is for your open defecation free plus coverage. Which is that state? It is Uttar Pradesh. Right? Uttar Pradesh has also launched their Ayush board. Right? They have launched Ayush board. Then recently, where is your Kaimur Tiger Reserve located? Kaimur Tiger Reserve. It is in the Kaimur district, that is in Bihar. Right? Then who launched Sankalp Saptah? It was launched by PM Modi. Correct? Then which edition of Indo-Latin America Cultural Festival was organized by ICCR? It was the 4th edition of the Indo-Latin America Cultural Festival organized by ICCR. Then recently India along with which country signed a social security agreement? It was between India and Argentina. It was between India and Argentina. A social security agreement was signed. Next, what is the rank of University of Delhi on Quackrelli-Simon World University Ranking for Sustainability 2024? So remember here, the rank of University of Delhi is 220 in the Quackrelli-Simon World University Ranking. Then next thing, remember, this was the second edition of the Quackrelli-Simon World University Ranking for Sustainability, right? Mark this. And in this, Delhi University was ranked 220th, correct? And it is the university that has topped among the Indian universities. Top among Indian universities, right? This is among the universities that has topped among the Indian universities, and a total of 56 Indian universities were listed in this particular list. Then if we talk about the university that has topped this particular ranking, is your University of Toronto. University of Toronto, Canada has topped the list as the world's most sustainable university, right? Moving on. Next, here you can see DU is ranked 30th among the Asian universities and is the first among all the Indian universities that were listed here. And the University of Toronto from Canada has topped the list as the world's most sustainable university, followed by University of California. Next, which country accounted for 66% of the malaria cases in the WHO SEAR region in 2022? So remember, it is India. India accounted for 66% of the malaria cases in the WHO Southeast Asian region for the year 2022. Correct? So right option here becomes India. Here you can see, as per the report, that is 2023 World Malaria Report released by WHO, India constituted 66% of the malaria cases in this region in the WHO Southeast Asian region 2022, despite an overall decrease of 11.9% in estimated cases between 2021 and 2022 in the region. Bangladesh, Indonesia, Myanmar and Thailand recorded an increase in these cases. Next is AIIB, that is your Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, along with which organization signed a memorandum of understanding for promoting sustainable infrastructure development. So it is AIIB along with United Nations Development Program, that is UNDP. Correct? They both recently signed a memorandum of understanding to promote sustainable infrastructure development and address the development challenges in the region of Asia and beyond. Right? Their aim is to achieve the climate goals of 2030. Then next thing, remember, this MOU was signed during the COP28 that is going on in Dubai, UAE. It is from 30th of November to 12th of December, right? It is currently going on in Dubai, UAE. Under this partnership, AIIB, this will leverage their strengths and resources to drive positive change that will impact the lives of people in Asia and beyond. And United Nations Development Program, they can unlock new opportunities for financing the sustainable development projects. If we talk about UNDP, who is the administrator, Akim Steiner, headquarters is in New York, USA, and it was established in 1966. Moving on, next is economy and business. Bharat Electronics Limited received orders worth 3915 crore rupees. I repeat, BEL, Bharat Electronics Limited, that is a Navratna public sector undertaking, has received multiple orders worth 3915 crore rupees for the supply of various defense equipment. It received an order worth 580 crore rupees from the Indian Army for the supply of artificial magnetic conductor of radars. It also received order worth 3335 crore rupees worth multiple orders like AMC for airborne early warning and control system, uncooled TI, that is thermal imager, software defined radios, shortwave infrared payload, AMC for the integrated air command and control systems, etc. Right? So take a note of it. Next news. Next is CII. They have projected that India will be growing with the GDP of 6.8% in the fiscal year 24, that is in 2023 to 2024. This will be supported by the infrastructure development and promotion of the ease of doing business. The projected economic growth is higher than the earlier projection of 6.5 to 6.7%, which was made in June 2023. CII also projected that the growth will further accelerate to 7% in fiscal year 25. Indian economy recorded a growth of 7.7% in the first half of fiscal year 24. And if we talk about CII, Directorate General is Chandrajit Banerjee, headquarter in New Delhi, and it was established in 1895. Next is awards and recognition. Rex Karamveer Global Fellowship 2023-24 award and Chakra awards were presented during the 12th edition of the annual Rex Conclave. Right? Here, remember, if we are talking about this Rex Karamveer Global Fellowship 23-24, and the most prestigious and inclusive Karamveer Chakra medal were presented to the people who have innovative ideas which make a difference to the world. Right? Then next thing, remember, if we talk about this Rex Karamveer Chakra medal, this is a global civilian honor that recognizes people who have made outstanding contribution to the humanity. This award was instituted instituted in partnership with the UN to encourage the proactive citizenship. Then these awards were presented during the 12th edition of the Rex Conclave and Karamveer Chakra Awards at event at the Shri Nadar School, that is in Faridabad, Haryana. Then this award, Karamveer Chakra, that comes in 3 categories, that is gold, silver and your bronze. Right, here you can see the awards are instituted by the International Confederation of Non-Governmental Organizations in association with UN. These awards were presented during the 12th edition of the Rex Conclave and Karamveer Chakra Award event at the Shri Nadar School in Faridabad, Haryana. Right, and here you can see Rex Karamveer Chakra medal is a global civilian honor that recognizes people who have made their outstanding contributions to humanity. The award was instituted in partnership with United Nations to encourage proactive citizenship, and it is in 3 categories: gold, silver and bronze. Right, mark this. Next is your UNV Karamveer Chakra. Right, Sikkimese fashion designer and social entrepreneur Omi Gurung was awarded with the UN Volunteer Karamveer Chakra Gold at the 12th Rex Conclave. Mark this, also important. Omi Gurung. He was honored with which award? UN Volunteer Karamveer Chakra Award. And that too, he was awarded with the gold during this 12th Rex Conclave. He was awarded for his outstanding contribution towards sustainable fashion and proactively creating awareness about the climate change in the world. Previously, he received the UN Karamveer Chakra Silver Award in 2019, and he is the first person from Sikkim to receive both gold and silver UN Karamveer Awards. This Karamveer Chakra, it was instituted in 2008-9 by Indian Confederation of NGOs in association with UN. And here remember, the most important thing is that Indian scientist Dr. Hemchandran Ravi Kumar was awarded with the Karamveer Chakra medal. Do mark this, remember. And apart from this, if we talk about the UN Volunteer Karamveer Chakra in gold, it was awarded to Omi Gurung. Right, next is 10 BJP MPs including 2 ministers has resigned from the parliament after winning the state elections. I repeat, 10 BJP members of parliament including Union Minister Narendra Singh Tomar, our Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare and Minister of State Prahlad Singh Patil has also resigned from the parliament after winning the respective state assembly elections. Right. Also remember, BJP has fielded 21 of its MPs in the assembly pools, 7 each in Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, and 4 in Chhattisgarh and 3 in Telangana. A total of 12 BJP MPs have won the state assembly elections in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, correct? And 10 of them have submitted their resignation. The decision to resign as MPs was taken after a meeting with BJP President Jagat Prakash Nadda ji and Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi ji. Correct? Next is government will be selling 8% stake in Ircon International through OFs. What is OFs? Offer for sale. So remember, it is Government of India. They have proposed to sell 8% stake in the Ircon, that is Ircon International Limited, a Navratna CPSU that comes under the Ministry of Railways, and they are planning to sell their 8% stake through offer for sale. As of September, government holds 73.18% stake in Ircon. Initially, the government will be selling 3.76 crore shares at 2 rupees per share, representing a 4% stake through the OFS, and additional 4% will be sold if the offer is oversubscribed. Next is Ambuja Cement has completed the acquisition of Shanghi Industries at
5,185 crore rupees. I repeat, Adani Group owned Ambuja Cement. They have completed the acquisition of Gujarat-based Sanghi Industries Limited at a value of 5,185 crore rupees by holding a controlling stake of 54.51%. The acquisition will be fully funded through international accruals, and the deal will boost Ambuja Cement's capacity to 74.6 million tons per annum. That was earlier 68.5 million tons per annum. Right? Then remember ACL, Ambuja Cements Limited, they bought around 141 million shares of SIL, that is Sanghi Industries Limited, and each share is priced at 129.9 rupees by the promoters. Next is Enemy Properties shares worth 2,709 crore rupees were disposed through e-auction. I repeat, the Enemy Property shares worth 2,709 crore rupees were sold by the Government of India as a part of their initiative to dispose the enemy properties in India. The enemy properties are the assets that are left behind the people who have taken the citizenship of Pakistan and China mostly between 1947 and 1962, and with this government has generated 2,709 crore rupees. Then remember 19 enemy properties in UP were disposed by way of sale through e-auction, and a total of 12,611 enemy properties, that are 12,485 were related to Pakistanis and 126 to Chinese, were vested with the custodian of enemy property for India, that is a statutory authority under the provisions of the Enemy Property Act of 1968. Next is science and tech. Recently, Google has launched their largest and the most capable AI artificial intelligence model, that is Gemini. Correct? This comes after 3 sizes, that is Gemini Ultra, Gemini Pro, and Gemini Nano. Right? Gemini Ultra, this is the largest and the most capable model for highly complex tasks. Then Gemini Pro, this is the model for scaling across a wide range of tasks. And if we talk about Gemini Nano, this is the most efficient model for on-device tasks. Correct? And it is expected to launch Bard Advanced with the Gemini Ultra in the year 2024 or early 2024. Correct? And this is your AI, right? Then remember this, if we talk about AI, OpenAI launched their first AI, right? That was ChatGPT, and after that all the big companies are in the race to develop the most advanced artificial intelligence solution. Correct? So mark this, it is Google. They have launched this AI model by the name Gemini. Next is International Civil Aviation Day. It is observed on 7th of December, and it is to create awareness about the importance of international civil aviation and their role in the social and economic development of a country. The day also highlights the role of International Civil Aviation Organization, that is a UN agency, in helping countries to cooperate and realize a truly global rapid transit network at the service of all mankind. Next, Armed Forces Flag Day. It is observed on 7th of December, and it is to honor the martyrs, men and women in the armed forces who bravely fought and continue to fight on the borders to safeguard the country's honor. Right? So Armed Forces Flag Day observed on 7th of December. First time it was observed on 7th of December in 1949. Next is your state news. Odisha's Chief Minister has launched Ama Bank. This is a scheme that will be providing banking services in unbanked Gram Panchayats of Odisha. Right? So Ama Bank, as the name suggests, to provide banking services to the areas in which you cannot access banking services as of now. So to help those areas, this is a first of its kind financial inclusion program in India that was launched by Odisha Ama Bank. Next, if we talk about this bank, Ama Bank or scheme, it will offer credit for small businesses along with 15 banking services. It is positioned between a business correspondent and a small bank branch and offers all banking services. The scheme was launched in collaboration with 6 public sector banks, that is SBI, PNB, Union Bank of India, UCO Bank, Bank of India and Bank of Baroda. Next, Gujarat and Airport Authority of India, they recently signed a memorandum of understanding to develop airports in Gujarat. Similarly, simple, remember, it is Gujarat. They signed this memorandum of understanding with Airport Authority of India to develop more airports in the state of Gujarat. So friends, these were your important current affairs. Now let's go for a quick one-liner revision. Nirmala Sitharaman ma'am and 3 other Indian women were listed on the Forbes 2023 World's 100 Most Powerful Women list. University of Delhi was ranked 220th in the US World University Ranking for Sustainability, and University of Toronto has topped here. Then WHO report, India accounted for 66% of the malaria cases in WHO SEAR region in 2022. AIIB and UNDP signed an MOU for promoting sustainable infrastructure development. Bharat Electronics Limited has received orders worth 3,915 crore rupees. CII projected India's GDP to grow at 6.8%. Rex Karamveer Global Fellowship 23-24 and Chakra Awards presented at the 12th edition of the annual Rex Conclave. Next, 10 BJP MPs including 2 ministers resigned from the parliament after winning the state elections. Government to sell 8% stake in Arcon International through OFS, that is offer for sale. Ambuja Cement completed the acquisition of Shangi Industries at 5,185 crore rupees. Enemy properties, that are the properties of Indians who moved to Pakistan or China, those are your enemy properties, and their worth was 2,709 crore rupees. They were disposed through e-auction, that is they were sold through e-auction. Then Google, they have launched the largest and the most capable AI model, that is Gemini. International Civil Aviation Day observed on 7th of December. Armed Forces Flag Day on 7th of December. Odisha's Chief Minister has launched Ama Bank scheme to provide banking services in the unbanked Gram Panchayats. Gujarat and Airport Authority of India, they signed this MOU to develop airports in the Gujarat state. So friends, these were your important current affairs for the day. Now let's move to some revision current affairs. They will be beneficial for your learning.
सबसे पहले हम बात करते हैं NIEPVD जो कि है नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट फॉर द एम्पावरमेंट ऑफ पर्सन्स विद विजुअल डिसेबिलिटी, मतलब जो लोगों देखने में जिनको दिक्कत होती है उनके लिए यहाँ पर इस इंस्टीट्यूट ने अभी 2 MOU साइन किए ताकि डिजिटल मटेरियल यहाँ पे प्रोवाइड कराया जा सके. करेक्ट. बेसिकली डिजिटल मटेरियल से क्या होगा, इनको बुक्स प्रोवाइड कराई जाएंगी ताकि ये अपना पढ़ सकें. और अगर आपको याद हो, ब्रेल स्क्रिप्ट किसके लिए होती है? ब्रेल स्क्रिप्ट भी आपकी विजुअली चैलेंज लोगों के लिए होती है. तो यहाँ पर NIPVD ने MOU साइन किया. पहला MOU साइन किया इन्होंने NBT के साथ, नेशनल बुक ट्रस्ट के साथ, और दूसरा MOU साइन किया इन्होंने DFI के साथ, जो कि है डेजी फोरम ऑफ इंडिया. जो ये NBT के साथ साइन किया ना, यहाँ पे एक यूनिवर्सल डिजाइन सेंटर सेटअप करने की बात की गई फॉर रीडिंग इन देहरादून उत्तराखंड. एंड यहाँ पे DFI के साथ एक सेटअप करने की बात की गई है, एक ऑनलाइन लाइब्रेरी फॉर पर्सन्स विद प्रिंट डिसेबिलिटी. नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया. इन्होंने पार्टनर किया किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ, ताकि एक 3D डिजिटल ट्विन मैपिंग प्रोग्राम को लॉन्च किया जा सके इंडिया में. बेसिकली आपकी एक सिटी है, राइट, उसका प्रॉपर 3D मॉडल सेटअप करने के लिए, ताकि जो एनालिसिस की जा सके, जो डिसीजन मेकिंग होगी उसके बेसिस पे, उसको ध्यान में रखते हुए उसको एनालाइज करके उसके ऊपर वर्क करके यहाँ पर हम प्रॉपर एक एनालिसिस के बेसिस पे यहाँ पे आपके फाइनल आउटकम ला सकें, राइट. इसीलिए 3D डिजिटल ट्विन मॉडल को लॉन्च करने की यहाँ बात की गई इस मैपिंग प्रोग्राम को, ताकि प्रॉपर एक 3D मॉडल होगा. जैसे आप आयरन मैन मूवीज में, साइंटिफिक मूवीज में नहीं देखते, आप उस मॉडल को ऐसे घुमा सकते हैं, वो हवा में लहराएगा, राइट. आप उसको, अब ये सारी चीज़ें पॉसिबल है. हमें साइंटिफिक पहले मूवीज़ में लगता था कि अरे ये तो पॉसिबल ही नहीं होगा फ्यूचर में, लेकिन अब ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजीज भी आ गई हैं जो कि आप अपने सिर्फ कंप्यूटर्स और लैपटॉप्स पे ही नहीं, बल्कि आप प्रोजेक्शन के थ्रू भी आप अपने मॉडल्स को हवा में करा सकते हैं. लेकिन उसके लिए फैंस चाहिए, वो अलग चीज़ पे आ जाते हैं. बट दीज थिंग्स आर पॉसिबल नाउ. तो सिमिलर काइंड का एक 3D डिजिटल ट्विन मॉडल को लॉन्च करने के लिए, जिसको आप कंप्यूटर में अपना रोटेट कर सकते हैं, उसको जूम इन कर सकते हैं, जूम आउट कर सकते हैं, आप पता कर सकते हैं कि हम एनालिसिस वहाँ पे करेंगे तो इस प्रॉपर, अगर हम कोई वहाँ पे सर्विस लाते हैं तो उसका इम्पैक्ट क्या पड़ेगा, उसका नंबर्स पे क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा किसी पर्टिकुलर सिटीज़ में, तो उस सब के लिए, और उससे क्या होगा, डिसीजन मेकिंग ज़्यादा अच्छी हो जाएगी. तो इसी के लिए अभी सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया ने पार्टनर किया किसके साथ, जेनेसिस इंटरनेशनल के साथ. और जेनेसिस इंटरनेशनल क्या है, ये एक मैपिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है इंडिया की, करेक्ट, जो कि जियो स्पेशल सॉल्यूशंस प्रोवाइड करती है, करेक्ट. और इन्होंने एक पार्टनरशिप करी सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया के साथ, ताकि 3D डिजिटल ट्विन मैपिंग प्रोग्राम को इंडिया में लॉन्च कर सके. एंड जेनेसिस पहली कंपनी बन गई इंडिया में जो कि पब्लिक प्राइवेट एग्रीमेंट पे बेस्ड है विद सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया फॉर डिजिटल ट्विनिंग. नेक्स्ट इज अपॉइंटमेंट एंड रेजिग्नेशन. Mahindra's Group's Anish Shah has been named as the president-elect of FICCI for 23-24. I repeat, Dr. Anish Shah, who is the managing director and chief executive officer of the Mahindra Group, has been named as the president-elect of FICCI for 23-24. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Subrakant Panda, the incumbent president of FICCI after the 96th annual general meeting, which is set to be held in December 8th and 9th in New Delhi. This is important. He will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Subrakant Panda. Next, which country has topped the medal tally of Asian Para Archery Championship? Right, I repeat, which country has topped in the medal tally of the Asia Para Archery Championship 2023? So it is our India, right? We have topped in the Asian Para Archery Championship with 9 medals. Correct. In this 9 medals, 4 are gold, 4 silver and 1 bronze. Correct. Where was the event held? Event location is Bangkok, Thailand. Right, and it was from 16th to 25th of November. Correct. Who secured the second position in the medal tally? South Korea with 5 medals, and China was on the third position with a total of 4 medals. नेक्स्ट पर आते हैं फिर किश्तवर सैफरॉन. ये जम्मू एंड कश्मीर से है, याद रखेंगे, एंड इनको भी जीआई टैग मिला है. आंसर मैंने क्वेश्चन में ही दे दिया. तो किश्तवर सैफरॉन को जीआई टैग मिलेगा. ये किस स्टेट से है? ये जम्मू एंड कश्मीर स्टेट से है. अगर जम्मू एंड कश्मीर से बात करें तो कुछ और प्रोडक्ट्स जिनको जीआई टैग मिला है, जैसे बाशौली, पश्मीना, वुलन प्रोडक्ट्स, राइट. देन इसके अलावा आ जाता है अफ्रीका, भद्रवा, राजमस, ये एग्रीकल्चर प्रोडक्ट है. देन रामबन, सुलाई, हनी, इनको यहाँ पे जीआई टैग मिला. ये जम्मू एंड कश्मीर से है. फिर याद रखेंगे किश्तवर नाम क्यों रखा गया इसका? क्योंकि किश्तवर एक क्या है? डिस्ट्रिक्ट है जम्मू एंड कश्मीर में, जहाँ पर आपका ये सैफरॉन, हमें गुड क्वालिटी ऑफ सैफरॉन मिलता है. किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने अभी अप्रूव किया $6.5 मिलियन का लोन टू प्रोवाइड इम्प्रूव्ड कुक स्टोव्स टू रूरल इंडिया? अब ये इम्प्रूव कुक स्टोव्स क्या होंगे? इससे लेस पॉल्यूशन होगा. लेस पॉल्यूशन होगा तो जो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का अमाउंट है एटमॉस्फेयर में वो कम जाएगा, राइट. और हमारी इन्वायरमेंट पे काफ़ी ज़्यादा बेटर इम्पैक्ट, पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट हमें देखने को मिलेगा. तो यहाँ पे $6.5 मिलियन का ये ग्रीन फाइनेंसिंग की गई है. किसके द्वारा? एशियन डेवलपमेंट बैंक के द्वारा. अब ये टर्म आ जाता है ग्रीन फाइनेंसिंग. ग्रीन फाइनेंसिंग आखिर होता क्या है? ग्रीन फाइनेंसिंग होता है जब आप पैसे को इन्वेस्ट करते हैं या फिर किसी प्रोजेक्ट में डालते हैं जो कि हमारे इन्वायरमेंट को इम्पैक्ट करेगा, हमारे इन्वायरमेंट को पॉजिटिव वे में इम्पैक्ट करेगा. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल कोई टेक्नोलॉजी है, वो अभी बहुत ज़्यादा पॉल्यूशन क्रिएट कर रही है, राइट. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल ये कुक स्टोव ही हम इसको यूज़ करते हैं तो जो ट्रेडिशनल मेथड्स हैं उससे काफ़ी ज़्यादा पॉल्यूशन क्रिएट होता है. लेकिन जब हम इम्प्रूव नई टेक्नोलॉजी के कुक स्टोव्स को यूज़ करेंगे तो हम यहाँ पे देखेंगे जो हमारा जो पॉल्यूशन है ना, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर हम बात करें फ्यूल कंजप्शन, वो 65% से रिड्यूस हो जाएगा. अगर हम बात करें स्मोक एमिशन की, 70% का रिडक्शन हमें देखने को मिलेगा. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड की बात करें तो 22.9 मिलियन टन्स ऑफ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड कम रिलीज की जाएगी इन एटमॉस्फेयर एज कंपेयर टू योर नॉर्मल कुक स्टोव्स. तो ये एशियन डेवलपमेंट बैंक के द्वारा $6.5 मिलियन का लोन प्रोवाइड किया गया ताकि इंडिया में कुक स्टोव्स प्रोवाइड कराए जा सकें टू द रूरल इंडिया. ठीक है. और क्लाइमेट फाइनेंसिंग हम देख ही चुके हैं. तो यहाँ पे अगर हम बात करें एशियन डेवलपमेंट बैंक की, तो प्रेसिडेंट कौन रहेंगे? मत्सुगु असाकावा. हेडक्वार्टर का है मनीला, फिलीपींस में. 1966 में इसको एस्टेब्लिश करा गया था, राइट. IWAI, इन्होंने अभी एक मेमोरेंडम ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग साइन किया. किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ? ताकि गंगा रिवर को यूज़ किया जा सके फॉर कार्गो मूवमेंट विद विच ऑर्गेनाइजेशन? तो कार्गो मूवमेंट से क्या होगा? जो हमारे प्रोडक्ट्स होते हैं हम जानते हैं वो ज़रूरी नहीं है कि अगर मैं जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल ए सिटी में रहता हूँ, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आई लिव इन हरियाणा, राइट. तो अगर मेरे को हरियाणा में कोई प्रोडक्ट इंपोर्ट कराना है तो ज़रूरी नहीं है, या फिर इंपोर्ट नहीं, मैंने कुछ ऑर्डर किया ऑनलाइन तो वो प्रोडक्ट हरियाणा की हरियाणा में है. मान लो वो प्रोडक्ट अभी कर्नाटका में है, राइट. तो मेरे को आने में वहाँ प्रोडक्ट से टाइम लगेगा, करेक्ट. से फॉर एग्जांपल अब मैं बात करूँ, कोई प्रोडक्ट मैंने मंगाया और वो आप रहते भी आप गंगा के रिवर किनारे हैं, तो वहाँ से जो मूवमेंट होगी ना प्रोडक्ट की वो ईजिली हो जाएगी, कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव होगी, राइट. और उसमें जो प्रोडक्ट को आने में टाइम लगेगा, एक जो हमारी शिपमेंट कॉस्ट है ना, उसमें भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा बेनिफिट देखने को मिलेगा. तो ये कौन सी कंपनी है? तो अमेजॉन ने गंगा रिवर को कार्गो मूवमेंट को यूज़ करने के लिए अभी एक मेमोरेंडम ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग साइन किया IWAI, जो कि है इनलैंड वाटरवेज अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया के साथ. इसके साथ ही साथ जो पहला ई कॉमर्स कार्गो फ्लैग ऑफ किया जाएगा, कहाँ से किया जाएगा? ये क्वेश्चन भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बन जाता है. पटना बिहार से लेके कहाँ तक जाएगा कार्गो आपका? कोलकाता वेस्ट बंगाल तक. ठीक है, पटना बिहार से कोलकाता वेस्ट बंगाल में ये पहला फ्लैग ऑफ किया जाएगा कार्गो कि जो आपका गंगा को यूज करते हुए कार्गो को डिलीवर किया जाएगा टू फाइनल डेस्टिनेशन। नहीं, यहाँ पे क्या होता है, अमेजोन के अपने खुद के वेयर हाउसेज होते हैं जहाँ पे पहले प्रोडक्ट को भेजा जाता है एंड वहाँ से फिर आगे जो डिलीवरी पार्टनर्स होते हैं वो उसको आगे डिलीवर करते हैं। ठीक है, तो याद रखेंगे इसको। Next is important days. International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women was observed on 25th of November. I repeat, International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women was on 25th of November, and it was to raise public awareness about the global problem of violence against women. The day also aims to prevent violence against women and promote basic human rights and gender equality. The global theme for Unite campaign is Unite, Invest to Prevent Violence Against Women and Girls. This is the theme that you need to remember for this International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. Next is state news. Rajneesh Goyal has been named as the 40th Chief Secretary of Karnataka. I repeat, recently Chief Minister of Karnataka Siddaramaiah has appointed Rajneesh Goyal as the 40th Chief Secretary of Karnataka. He will hold the post till his retirement in July 2024 or till further orders. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Vandita Sharma. Right? Next is Uttar Pradesh state. They have declared 25th of November as the No Non-Veg Day. I repeat, Yogi Adityanath, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, declared that 25th of November will be our No Non-Veg Day to mark 144th birth anniversary of Sadhu Thanwardas Leelaram Vaswani. Correct? And this day coincides with the observance of the International Meatless Day on 25th of November also. So mark this important. If we talk about this Sadhu Thanwardas Leelaram Vaswani, he was born in 1879 in Hyderabad and died in 1966. He founded the Meera movement in 1933 with an aim to empower and educate women and set up St. Meera's School in Hyderabad, Telangana. Darshan Museum was opened in Pune in 2011 in the memory of him, and now 25th of November will be declared as No Non-Veg Day in the memory or the birth anniversary of Sadhu Thanwardas Leelaram Vaswani, and it was the 144th birth anniversary on 25th of November.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairs Cloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.